They say every village hides its own secrets. Some are buried deep beneath the soil. Others drift like whispers in the wind. This is one such story from Kailashgarh, a sleepy hillside village where the nights are too quiet and every door trembles just before midnight. The sun has just dipped below the western ridge, painting the sky with streaks of violet and rust. A faint drizzle settles dust on the cobblestone paths as men in coarse cotton shirts hurry home. Women in faded saris secure the latches on their wooden doors, their lamps flickering behind fogged windows. The air smells of wet soil and camphor. At the edge of this village stands an abandoned mansion, Verma Manor. Its windows are shattered, vines crawl up its balconies, and villagers whisper that anyone who spends a night inside never greets the morning again. Just then, a dusty jeep halts near the old banyan tree. Out steps Aditi Sharma, a journalist in her early 30s. With sharp eyes, sunburnt skin, and a camera hanging from her neck, she looks ready for a story. The local sweet seller, Ramesh, wipes his flour-stained hands on his apron and warns her. "Madam, don't go near that mansion after sunset. They say someone still knocks on the doors every night." Aditi just smiles faintly. "Stories don't scare me, Ramesh ji. They just wait to be written." But behind her confidence, a spark of curiosity flickers, the kind that always leads deeper into the dark. As night falls, the village sinks into a profound silence. Armed with only a flashlight and her camera, Aditi walks toward the manor. The moon hides behind a thick blanket of clouds as the heavy iron gate moans open. Inside, the walls are damp and cracked. Torn curtains sway like ghosts in the faint breeze. A broken chandelier dangles precariously, its glass beads shimmering in her light. Water drips steadily from the ceiling. Plop, plop, plop. Aditi moves through the long corridor, her flashlight beam sweeping across the walls. Suddenly it freezes. Scrawled in what looks like dried blood are the words, "Do not open the door." Her pulse quickens. Is someone here? She whispers into the oppressive silence. And then, from somewhere deep within the house, a piano begins to play. A slow, haunting melody echoes through the empty halls. Aditi spins around, her flashlight trembling, and then she hears it knock. Knock. Two distinct raps on the old oak door right behind her. "Who's there?" she calls out, her voice shaking. There's no reply. Only another knock followed by a breathy whisper, so close it feels like it's brushing against her ear. "Your time has come." Aditi screams and bolts outside. Villagers rush from their homes, their torches flickering in the night rain. They find her collapsed by the banyan tree, shivering uncontrollably. By morning, she's burning with a high fever, her eyes wide with a terror that won't fade. When she finally speaks, her voice cracks. There's someone inside that house. Someone who never finished their prayer. The old village priest, Baba Ramesh, strokes his silver beard and murmurs, "Ah, so you have heard her." "Heard who?" Aditi asks, her fear mixing with confusion. "The spirit of Zubaida," the priest says, his eyes clouding over with a memory from long ago. She was a courtesan who fell in love with the landlord of that house. When he betrayed her, he sealed her alive behind those very walls. Since then, every night she knocks, waiting for someone to finish the prayer that was left unsaid on her lips. The villagers nervously cross themselves, whispering quick blessings, but Aditi isn't praying. She's listening, and she has decided she must uncover the truth. Midnight. Rain lashes against the roof as Aditi returns to Verma Manor, completely alone. Her hair is plastered to her forehead, her trench coat soaked through. As she steps inside, a flash of lightning illuminates the hallway. The air is heavy, thick with anticipation, like the breath held right before a storm breaks. Suddenly, the piano begins to play again, a broken, desperate waltz, a plea from the past. On the far wall, words begin to appear, glowing in a ghastly crimson. "Recite the verse." The one that was left unfinished. Aditi's lips tremble as she recalls the old priest's words. She closes her eyes, takes a shaky breath, and whispers the prayer in Urdu. "Rabbana Atina fid dunya hasanatan." The verse seems to float through the air like smoke. The wind stops. The dripping water ceases. The piano falls silent. A faint, peaceful light blooms on the wall, spreading across the cracked plaster. And for the first time in what feels like an eternity, there is peace. Aditi breathes deeply, a sense of calm washing over her. Her camera, which had been recording the entire time, suddenly clicks by itself. A bright flash illuminates the room for a split second. And in that instant she sees her, Zubaydah, a woman in a red silk sari from another century, heavy silver anklets glinting, her kohl-lined eyes filled not with rage, but with a deep, sorrowful gratitude. She is smiling, as if finally freed, and just behind her, a tall, shadowed figure, almost human, almost not staring directly into the camera lens. Morning breaks. For the first time in decades, Verma Manor stands completely still. The vines hang motionless and the birds have returned to its trees. The villagers believe the curse is finally lifted. Aditi leaves for the city, looking stronger, though a new, unspoken question now resides in her eyes. That night, back in her apartment, she opens her laptop to review the footage. The video begins normally, the corridor, the writing on the wall. Then the microphone turns on by itself. She leans closer. A faint, crackling sound comes through the speakers. And then the unmistakable echo of two soft knocks. Knock, knock. A whisper follows, calm, intimate, almost kind. The prayer is complete. But the knock remains. The room falls utterly silent. Only the rain outside continues tapping, whispering, remembering. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tales from the shadows. Thank you for watching.